Hello and welcome people to sort of a follow-up on the Dreamcast video I did with the DVDO VP30. Now I am connecting it through the RGB interface. What is the difference? Well, now the resolution is actually detected as something different. It's now 480p as opposed to VGA. Yeah, you may be thinking VGA and 480p are the exact same thing, you're just being a crazy moron. No, they're not. 480p is 720 on 480, whereas VGA is 640 on 480. What it will become evident right now, the image just appears a little bit more thin than what it's supposed to. Now, to be fair, Dreamcast doesn't actually output square pixels. At least that's what I assume. Your guess is as good as mine. But thankfully in this device you can adjust the aspect ratio to exactly what it is supposed to be. Like I already have a preset for it here. So you can set it to 4:3 if you feel like that is what it's supposed to be. So yeah, the main difference between doing this or connecting it normally without the RGB interface is that with this it actually works 100% of the times, as opposed to having to cross your fingers and hope that it actually works this time when you turn it on. And the game here is Hellblade, one of the best horror games that have ever been created. Said nobody, but it's still amazing. I will just leave it on and well, let you see how it works. It looks just fine. There isn't really anything spectacular to see around here. I will make one more video to just show off one more feature, and that is RGB SCART, which is a bit odd. I thought it was gonna need the RGB interface since it uses composite sync as opposed to sync on the composite video, but thankfully it didn't have any troubles. In fact, when I connected it to through the RGB interface, it became sort of weird because it would only give me every other field. It's like every other line of the image was literally missing. I'm not gonna be showing that because it literally does look wrong and nobody would ever want to play a game that looks like that. It is kind of it's not really all that necessary to even check out the RGB SCART compatibility, since it's only really useful for a couple games. Most of the other Dreamcast titles just use VGA without any trouble, and if you... I'm not exactly sure if it is easier to find an RGB SCART cable or the VGA adapter, but either way I would recommend the VGA adapter anyway. And if you just get a regular VGA adapter, you still get S-Video on it, so that's about good enough. So yeah, I'll just leave it from here, show off a section from the game.
Birthday, Jimmy!
Okay now, here we go! Go! Jimmy! Oh, number 3, quest base! Jimmy's butt! I love his vibe!
Hey, hurry up! Hey, hurry up! Hey, hurry up! Hey, hurry up! Hey, hurry up!